Hi everyone, let's provide a solution given this exponential equation, which is 3 to power a plus 3 to power a plus 3 to power a is equal to 16. Now what is the value of a? Solution, you find that 3 to power a is common, so we factor out 3 to power a, so that we'll have 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is equal to 16. So we'll have 3 to power a multiplied by, this is 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is 3, this is equal to 16. So divide both signs by 3, so that's 3 to power a, this is equal to 16, divided by 3. Now, to solve for the value of a, we introduce the natural logarithm on both signs, so that we'll have log, this is log 3 to power a, this is equal to log 16 divided by 3. Okay? Now, as you can see, log 3 to power a, this is in the form of log m to power n, which we can express as n log m. This is the power property, this power rule property of logarithm. Let's apply this property. Applying this property, log 3 to power a becomes a log 3. This is equal to log 16 divided by 3. Okay, now let's divide both signs by log 3 by log 3. Now we have a is equal to log 16 divided by 3, divide this by log 3. So we find that log 16 divided by 3, this is actually in the form of log a divided by b, which we can express as log a subtract log b. Okay? Now let's apply this logarithm property so that we'll have a is equal to log 16, okay? Divide this by log 3, subtract log 3, divide this by log 3. Now let's proceed. Have a is equal to log 16 divided by log 3, subtract log 3 divided by log 3. Now if you simplify, this becomes 1. And then again, from what we have here, we can express 16 as 2 to the power 4. Now substituting this, we'll have a is equal to log 2 to the power 4 divided by log 3, subtract 1. Now applying the power rule property, log 2 to the power 4 becomes 4 log 2, divide this by log 3, subtract 1. Okay. Now log 2 divided by log 3, this is in the form of log a, divide this by log b, which we can express as log a to base b. Now applying this logarithm property, a is equal to 4 log 2 to base 3, subtract 1. Now this is the value of a. Okay, this is the value of a. A is equal to 4 log 2 to base 3 negative 1. Okay, verify that a, which is equal to 4 log 2 to base 3 subtract 1, actually satisfies the equation. Now if you recall, we end that 3 to the power a plus 3 to the power a plus 3 to the power a, this is equal to 16. Now we simplify this further to 3 to the power a multiplied by 3, this is equal to 16. So divide by 3, divide by 3. So essentially 3 to the power a should be equal to 16 divided by 3. Okay, so let's substitute the value of a, so that we'll have 3 to the power, this is 4 log 2 to base 3, subtract 1. And this should give us a value of 16 divided by 3. Okay, now as you can see, 3 to the power 4 log 2 to base 3 subtract 1, this is in the form of a n minus m, which we can express as a to the power n divided by a to the power m. Now let's apply this property so that we'll have 3 to power 4 log 2 to base 3 divided by 3. This should give us a value of 16 divided by 3. Now, from what we have here, we have 3 to power 4 log 2 to base 3 divided by 3 should give us a value of 16 divided by 3. Now, as you can see, we can express this as 3 to power log 2 to power 4 to base 3. Okay, divide by 3. This should give us a value of 16 divided by 3. Now, as you can see, 3 to power log 2 to base 3, this is actually in the form of m to power log a to base m, which is essentially equal to a. Okay, now that means that 3 to power log 2 to power 4 to base 3, this is equal to 2 to power 4. And remember, 2 to power 4, this is equal to 16. Now, let's substitute this 16 so that we'll have 16, that is 3 to power log 2 to base 3 is the same thing as 16 divided by 3. This should be equal to 16 divided by 3. Okay, and that affirms that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, and that means that the value of a, which is equal to 4 log 2 to base 3 subtract 1, actually satisfies the equation. Okay, so kindly follow the steps, like this video and subscribe.